Hi all, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Let's start rebooting work using UiPath. In today's session, we are going to discuss about English language classifier. This particular model is a retrainable model. So where we are going to upload our data as a test data and train data. So based upon that, we will be getting an accuracy and the result of the particular model. So as I said, it's a retrainable model. So we have to create a pipelines as well along with the test data. Also, so I have just given a live example here. So for an example, so we have a support team. So where they will be getting a couple of mails, right? So some of them will be related to the network issue, some of them will be a software issue, and then some of them will be a hardware issue. So how do they have to go through each and every mails and they have to classify it, right? So instead of that, so we can use this particular model to make a like segregation. So whether it need this particular mail is regarding to the network issue, this particular mail regarding to the software issue. Likewise, bot will identify and it will classify for us, so that we can directly go ahead and go ahead on the particular folder. For example, like network, and we can pick all the network tickets and then we can work on it. Likewise, we can go to the software folder. So where we have total software tickets, we can work on this. Likewise, it will help to classify the particular issues based upon its model using the train and test data. So that's why I mentioned here as a solution. So English language classifier is used to segregate the feedback form or tickets with the help of train and test data. Also, so we'll be getting an output as a JSON format only. So here you can see which is JSON format. So which is a prediction as a positive, negative. So here we'll be getting like hardware or software as a result of a prediction along with the confidence score. And the input, so we have to provide our test data and train data. So here, these are the models which we are going to cover in our English language classifier. So which we are going to set up our AI model, and then the second model will be predictions of a support team tickets. And so here, as we are going to set up our pipeline, so we have to create a environment variable as well. So the environment variables is target columns which are going to highlight the particular column, the bot going to consider the particular column and going to read the values actually. So that is called as the target column. So I have just used a documentary as well. So I'll just put on this in a description. So just go ahead and click on this one. So this is an amazing documentary which is provided by the UiPath. So for this particular model, so let me wait for some time to get it loaded. So where it has complete data, so what are actually English classifier, text classifier, so what are the models, so what are the output, what are the input, so each and everything has been mentioned here. So pipeline, so what are the full pipeline, train pipelines, each and everything actually mentioned here. So along with the test input and outputs, and here you can see something called as environment variable which we are going to use in our pipelines. So we are going to take our target columns and we are going to create this particular target column in our pipeline, train and test pipelines. These are the basic things you have to know before going to set up the AI model. So I just consolidated all the information over here, so you can just go through on this. So let me start initializing our AI model now. So which is our first task. So let me go to the AI center. Let me click on create project. So let me name it as feedback or a ticket classifier. So let me name it as ticket classifier. Okay, so it used to basically classify the tickets, right? That's why we have named it as ticket classifier. If you want to add some project description, you can add over here. Just click on create. So a dashboard will be created over here. So we have to upload a data set and then ML packages, pipelines, ML skills. We have to do all those things now. So let me go to the data set. So we have to upload two kind of data set, which is train and test data now. So already I have some data. So let me go to my UiPath Studio. So already I have created a particular project in English language classifier, the model which we are going to use. So let me click on this folder icon. So where I have already placed my data set. So don't worry, I will just providing this data set to you in the GitHub, so you can go ahead and get this particular things. Just let me click on test. So here you will be having all the data. So what the data you are going to train now. So you'll be having your target team. So what I actually need to identify, this particular remarks will belongs to network team or software team or a hardware team. So you can just go walk through actually in this. So hi, router is performing the root flip kindly look into this particular issue, and the end of week as well as I was not able to work on this. Thanks. So likewise you can see here, right? So hi, I need a Mac, Apple Mac as a urgent for the work. So this is a hardware, right? And then let me take one more software. Yeah. So this one. So hi, please install the SQL Server 2014 Management Studio. So this is a software requirement which they needed. So likewise, so we have the issues. So the ticket remarks issues, and then we have to classify the team. So for the which particular team this particular ticket need to be routed actually. So for a network or for a software, for a hardware. So these things will be done by the bot. So what I have to do? So we have to set this particular data. So we have to collect so many data. So as of now, I have very less data. So you have to collect so many data. So how many data you have? So those many accuracy you can expect actually. So basically this train and test data will run in a 80-20 concept. So you have to keep more train data. So as a 80%, at least 20% data need to be populated in the test data. So you can see here in train models, I have filled most of the data. So even this is very less actually. So you have to keep more data so that you can expect more accuracy actually. So these are the Excels which I have trained and test Excels. So I have just placed some data, so which is ticket remarks and the team which it has to be routed. Okay. So these are the entire thing now. Just let me close this one. Let me close this Excel as well. Go here. So we have to create a particular folder and then we can upload the files over there. So we can upload directly as a folder or you can upload the data as well. Anything we can do. So we have created like a data sets, right? So what actually it means? So we have to create a test folder, so which is test, and then we can upload this into this particular folder. So likewise also we can upload or can directly upload the files as well. Anything will work here. Okay. So let me go here back. Let me click on create new. Let me create a folder here which is test. And we can make the description as test data. Click on create. And then so you can upload your file over here. Test. So upload file, just click on files. So test files, right? So this is our particular folder where we have placed our test data. Test. Just click on open, upload. Perfect. And then we have to create one more folder. Just click here, create new, and then train. So which is train data. Just create, and then click on upload files. Click here, and then you can click here train data. That's it. Perfect, right? So we have uploaded our train data and test data now. So you can see here. So we have uploaded our train data and test data. Yeah, perfect. So till now we are perfect. Then what are the models which are going to pick here? So which is ML model, right? Just click on ML packages, click on out of box packages. So in this we are going to click on language analysis. So here you can see something called as English text classification. So which help you to classify the tickets. It helps to segregate the tickets actually. Just click on here. So you can see something called as retrainable model. So we have to upload the data and we'll be getting the output as in this particular formats which are discussed on our notepad. Sorry, OneNote. Just click on submit. So we have to name the model like how we are done for the sentiment analysis. So let me name it as ticket classifier. Perfect. Submit. So we have created our ML packages now. So let me go to the dashboard. We can see so many things actually here. So data set, we have put our train and test data set, and then ML models which are picked is ticket classifier, which is nothing but English language classifier. So we have to create a pipeline now. Okay, so we have to create our train pipeline and test pipeline. So once you are done with the train pipeline, then only we can create our test pipelines. So this is the major thumb rule actually. So just click on create new. So here you can see which is full pipeline, train pipeline, evaluation pipeline. Just go with the train pipeline. So which we have to train first and then only we can evaluate. And then select your ML package, and then higher version will be second, the lower version will be 0 always. So try to choose your input data, so which is train. So select this one. So we have to configure our environment variable as well. So just click on configure. So just go to the particular package. So here you can see the environment variable which I discussed previously. So let me wait. I have already noted in my OneNote. Let me copy this. Let me go to the A center once again. Just click on add new, and then you can add your variable. So variable which is target column. So which particular column need to be target over here? So we have to highlight. So what is the target column which you are going to highlight? So which is here, this one, target team, right? So just copy this one, and then so we have to provide in a value. Then just click on this tick mark, save, and then done. Perfect. So what we have done, so we have just clicked on create new. So we have selected train pipeline. So we have selected our ML skill. The major version is 2 and the lower version is 0. And then we have selected our train data, so which we are going to train our pipeline. Also we have configured our environment variable, which is nothing but target column is the variable which I have mentioned in the documentary. So you can see here target column. So changes the value matches the data set input columns. So it help you to track the particular column which need to be concentrated by the bot. Okay, so the target column is nothing but the target team. So where we are going to target. So I just going to target only here. So what actually, so we are going to read the feedback, okay, and bot going to decide this particular thing, right? So which is network or software or a hardware, right? So that is what is called as target team. So we are going to target on this particular one. So that's why I mentioned the column name as a target team. So I just given the value as well. So I have done each and everything. So just click on create. That's it. Once you have clicked on create, so it will take more time so than the usual. So if you have the GPU, so GPU, if you have an enterprise edition, so you will be having a GPU, so you can access those things. So it will be help you to run your pipeline so quickly actually. So if you don't have those things, then it will take much time. So here you can see something called a status is waiting for license. Let me refresh here. It started running now, right? So it started running, it will take more than the usual timing. So what you have to do, the next thing, so you have to click on create, okay? So you have to click on create as a evaluate pipeline. So what actually you have to do, evaluate pipeline, just click on create, and then same things, ML packages, so the same version which is 2, but here, once the train pipeline which is done, so you can see something called as 1 here. Instead of 0, you can see something called as 1. You have to select the 1, and then so choose evaluation. So here you have to select your test data, and then same thing, just click on configure, click on add new, and then target name. So you have to provide the same thing actually, so exact same to same. So same thing, and then you have to provide your target team, and then just click on the tick mark, done, and then you have to run it. Okay, so the same thing you have to done in your evaluation pipeline also. So you have to just make this minor version as a 1. So once your train pipeline is done, so you can see one more value which is nothing but 1 here. You have to select the one, and we have to like you have to upload the test data as well. Apart from these two changes, you have to do the exact same thing. Okay, why I was saying actually in the prior, because so to run this particular pipeline it will take much time actually, so then the usual, so it will take more than 4 hours actually. That's why I just telling in your peer, when you are going to start our next video, I'll be trained on these two things, so train and evaluation pipeline. I will be done with the train and evaluation pipeline, so simultaneously you can also do this. And next thing, so we can directly start our UiPath studio and you can start our flows actually. So I hope you are very clear how to create a data sets, how to upload those files, as well as how to opt the ML packages, so create pipelines. So as I said, I have just created a train pipeline, so you have to create a evaluation pipeline once the train pipeline is done actually. So here you can see the status. Once it is done, then you can start your deploying your next, which is evaluation pipeline. So which I told previously according to the changes. So once you're done with this, you will be done with this your particular things. After done with the train and evaluation pipeline, just go to the ML skill. So you have to create a new packages. So create new. So you have to create your ML skills with this uh, classifier, ticket classifier. So you have to select your ML skill and then version 2. So here you can see something called as version 1. Okay, so once you're done with the evaluation and train and evaluation pipelines, you can select that particular one and then just click on create. So if you want to select your only one day this particular model need to be used or 1 week, so based upon that you can select and just create. So this is very straightforward, right? So you can do these things, I hope. So once you're done with your train and evaluation pipelines, you can make your ML skill as well. I hope you are very clear about how to work with the retrainable models. So how to upload the test data, so which is data set to test and train data, how to create a pipelines. So in next session, we can directly go ahead and start our workflows. So how to use in apply in the UiPath Studio. I hope you like the video. Thanks for watching. Happy learning. Have a good day.